here with Jordyn de Boer, who's the founder of Boomerang Bags. Tell us about the story.
So Boomerang Bags is a not-for-profit organisation with the aim of reducing plastic bag waste in local communities. So the idea is that we engage communities to collect recycled secondhand materials, and then we have weekly sewing bees where all the volunteers get together and make reusable bags out of those materials, and then those go back into local shopping areas and they're free for people to borrow on a sort of bag share basis.
Fantastic. So you're doing pilots with local communities, also beginning to sell bags to conferences, so that seems another market?
Yeah. So we recognised that there was sort of this lack of locally manufactured sustainable products in that area. So now we're providing our reusable bags to conferences and events as a sustainable alternative.
Fantastic.
And to raise funds for our program.
Wonderful. And then you were telling me that you've been approached by a company that manufactures banners for a very large company.
Yeah.
And these are them. Oh my goodness, look at these magnificent bags, right? So what's the story there?
So we were approached by a banner making company that had that project managed for a large bank, and they change their advertising campaigns every 8 weeks, and they're looking for ways to recycle those materials rather than them going straight to landfill. So now we're making bags out of them, and we're about to begin selling them back to that company for their use by their staff.
Fantastic. So, Jordyn, we reckon that Boomerang Bags can probably turn over at least a couple of $100,000 based on this volunteer production model with these 3 different revenue streams, right?
Yeah.
The local bag exchange in communities, the conferences, and then the large companies that basically bring back their waste in the form of beautiful bags. Mm-hmm. And you're just reaching out to the philanthropic community for startup funding.
Yeah, we kind of, at the moment we're working only sort of 1 day a week using volunteers and from a limited space. So we're looking at expanding into a bigger warehouse and, looking at 4 to 5 days a week sewing and more volunteers.
And the benefits, what moves you personally?
For me, initially, environmental, just recognising that waste is a huge problem, particularly single-use plastic and the whole mentality around that. But as we got into this project, there's a massive community component as well, connecting volunteers, and there's a lot of friendships and awareness being raised through that as well.
Okay, fantastic. So the sweet spot in philanthropy right now, finding the ability to fund ventures that can sustain themselves, and you are proof. Looking for someone to back it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.